All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. First off and foremost, I'd like to say, call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Karkadash Brakatham, to the Akim out there that's preaching this word in truth and sincerity and with all charity. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. And I'm hop straight into this. Brothers, this is really for edification. We have to understand that the prophets of old, a lot of those prophecies, well, some of those prophecies haven't came to pass yet, okay? Like the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, Isaiah, the 14th chapter, Isaiah 47, Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, certain chapters in Jeremiah, so on and so forth, right? So, a statement that I heard, a peon said, all the words of Jeremiah was fulfilled. Well, where's your spirit of discernment, man? Okay? Because when you read Romans 15:4, all things written in the past before our learning, all right, that's literal, all right? Now, certain prophecies dealt with ancient Babylon, and certain prophecies, like the scriptures say, wisdom is manifold, goes deeper. It's talking about something that's going to happen to the future, all right? Like Ecclesiastes says, that which is past is required, all right? So sometimes history repeats itself, like 70 AD. That's going to repeat itself. It's called Jacob's trouble, all right? But, hey, even when you go into that Matthew 24, although I believe it's Matthew 24, it's dealing with 70 AD. But guess what? That's going to happen again. So we read that to what? Prepare us for these new times that's coming upon us, man. Because it's going to be the same exact setup. Okay? Let me just jump into this. And let's correct this confusion. All right? So this is 1 Esdras 1:54 through 58. And they took up all the holy vessels of Yahweh, both small and great, and vessels of the ark of Yahweh, and the king's treasures, and carried them away to Babylon. As for the house of the Lord, they burnt it, and brake down the walls of Jerusalem, and set fire upon her towers. All right? And as for her glorious things, they never ceased till they had consumed and brought it all to naught. And the people that were not slain with the sword were carried into Babylon. All right? Who became servants to him and his children till the Persians reigned. To fulfill the word of Yahweh spoken by the mouth of Jeremiah. This is what was fulfilled when you read that in 2 Esdras 2:1. All right, the destruction that was going to come upon Jerusalem by the hands of who? The Babylonian king, until who? The Persians, Cyrus, all right, being the first over the Medes, all right, came and took over that land. Because you got to understand, that land wasn't, we'll get to that. That land wasn't destroyed how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Cyrus didn't do that to Babylon, all right? So if you had the spirit of discernment, when you read those certain scriptures in Jeremiah, you will know that this is talking about something in the future, man. You got to understand, a lot of the things that the prophets seen, they didn't understand what was going on. Some things they did know that was for their time. All right. Some things were written for our time, which is now, which we are the same prophets coming back. Okay. It says, to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken by the mouth of Jeremiah, until the land had enjoyed her Sabbath, and the whole time of her desolation shall she rest, until a full term 70 years, right? Hey, just like, hey, when you go into Daniel speaks about the same thing, okay? Now, this is what niggas got tripped up on. This is the verse they used to say all the words of Jeremiah were accomplished or fulfilled. In the first year of Cyrus, king of the Persians, okay, it says that that the word of Yahweh might be accomplished that he had promised to the mouth of Jeremiah, right? Now, actually, let me go into that real quick. Now it says, in the first year of Cyrus, the king of Persians, that the word of the Lord might be accomplished, that he had promised by the mouth of Jeremiah, what was supposed to happen. All right? Matter of fact, Jeremiah told the children of Israel, go serve the king of Babylon. They didn't do it. They didn't listen. So what happened? They got fucked up and got put into captivity and got ransacked, so to speak. So the word might be accomplished. That was the word that was accomplished and was promised by the mouth of Jeremiah. So what was that talking about? That prophecy. There are certain prophecies that happened in Jeremiah that has not happened yet. And I'm going to use one scripture and there's clear-cut evidence on that. Okay? So I'm going to go from that back to this. This is another scripture niggards trip over. It's like, Jeremiah 51 and 60. So Jeremiah wrote a book of all the evil that should come upon Babylon and all the words that are written against Babylon. And Jeremiah said unto Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon and shalt see and shalt read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Yahweh, thou hast spoken against this place, and to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, thou shalt bind it to stone and cast it in the midst of the Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil which I shall bring upon her, and they shall be weary. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah. All right, so a lot of people will read this book and say, well, that was just dealing with ancient Babylon. Well, some of those words did come to pass that was going to happen to ancient Babylon, as far as them getting taken down by the Persians, so on and so forth. But as far as this complete destruction, you had the Persians and you still had the Babylonians that weren't slaughtered, pay servitude to the Persians, right? But here it says, no man nor beast shall what? Shall dwell in there, basically, right? It says it should be desolate forever. Well, that didn't happen. It was just a shift of power. That didn't happen to ancient Babylon, okay? And now, let's get where this is going to happen. Jeremiah 50. It says, now the north cometh a nation against her, and shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell in there. They shall depart, both man and beast. All right? Has that happened yet? In those days, at that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and reaping, and they should go seek the Lord their power. When did these two sticks get back together? Which this tells you what time period this is going into about, right? So I'm gonna just get to the other part. Salaka. I just want to get to here I go 40. This is the dwell part I want to get into. So this is Jeremiah 50 and 39. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert and the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there. Did that happen to ancient Babylon? No. Did that just become a desolate, dry land that no man nor beast dwelled therein? Only the desert animals? No. And there were owls shall dwell in, and there shall no more be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. That happened to ancient Babylon? No. As Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, how did Sodom and here's the cut. This is the one scripture I was saying I was going to use. Okay? How did Sodom and Gomorrah get destroyed? Fire and brimstone from the heavens. All right? Did Sodom and Gomorrah and those 5 neighboring cities get taken down by another nation? As far as like how the Persians came and took down Babylon? Did that happen to those 5 neighboring cities in Sodom and Gomorrah? No. A heavenly destruction happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. So guess what? A heavenly destruction is going to happen to what? Babylon the Great. Well, wait. America could be spiritual Egypt in the new Egypt, but it can't be Babylon the Great? It can't be the city of confusion? That's madness, man. Because Jake want to pick and choose. Once again, Jake full of shit, man. At the end of the day, Jake is full of shit. I'm talking about these other fucking camps, man. Okay? This didn't happen to ancient Babylon. It was not taken down in the fashion of Sodom and Gomorrah. So, with that being said and done, that's where the spirit of discernment goes in. You gotta understand what prophecy is talking about. What? When does it switch? You guys don't have the cheat code. All right? Just like the elder Kazak said, we got the cheat code. We know how to discern through the spirits, rightly dividing the word of truth. We understand that in Jeremiah, some things are talking about ancient Babylon, and we understand that some things are future tense, and some things are just manifold, and you just have to accept that. Here, no man should dwell therein, right? Let's get this, man. Malachi 1 and 4. Matter of fact, 3. I have hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Desert animals, right? Whereas Edom says we are impoverished, but we shall return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh hosts, they should build, but I would throw down, and they should call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom I have indignation forever. All right? So the thing is, the desolate places. All right? They revived the Roman kingdom. Esau did that. All right? Starting with the Renaissance era. All right? They revived Babylon. They revived Egypt. All Babylon does, which means confusion, takes all this other shit and molds it into one, which is Esau Edom. Because Esau Edom does not have he has a true heritage, but he steals everybody else's shit. All right? So that's what he's doing, on a grand scale of the world today, man. Thus, you have Babylon the Great, you have the beast, you have the 10 horns, so on and so forth. All these things are connected. All right? This is the merchant city. This is the place Esau set up to get rich off of, man. Okay? As simple as that. Yeah, we understand that Britain, the money power, America, the military. All right? And then you got what? The other city-state, the Vatican, controls all the religions. All right? Well, that's the false prophet. All right? Them spirits of the frogs. All right? And you got Babylon the Great, the fucking whore, sitting on that beast, controlling the EU and all that, okay? So on and so forth. That's why Trump acting the way he is. And what are they saying? Well, if Trump's going to do all this, all these tariffs and all that, it's going to fuck up the whole economy because they know who the merchant city is, okay? Hey, so with that, you know what, brothers, I ain't going to hold it too long. I pray you brothers were edified, you know, and for this correction for Isaiah 2:1. It says all that the Lord might accomplish those words. I wasn't talking about every single word that came out of Jeremiah's mouth. Okay? If that's the case, Jeremiah 16:16 says, should no longer be said that we say Yahweh thy power saved us out of Egypt, but out of the land of the north. So if all the words of Jeremiah were fulfilled, why are we not singing about the new Passover? Nigga. No spirit of discernment. Matter of fact, no spirit, no oil. That's exactly what these guys don't have, man. So we bring this out for edification. Like, this is the breakdown. Niggas don't get his head to them that are lost. All right? Shalom.